going to call this meeting to order. It's Wednesday, March the 10th. And Reverend Lacey, would you lead us in prayer?
Oh, gracious Father, we come down first of all, say thank you. Thank you again for allowing us another day, another opportunity. Thank you for this commission. Thank you for this county that we work for, our circuit clerk, and this great state that we live in, and this nation that we live in. We're praying, Lord, that whatever we do today, that you'll get some glory out of it, and we'll do the proper things that in the context of what we have to do as commissioners in the county of Madison County. We ask it all right now. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Commissioner Pine?
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, all. We have before us our February meetings, the originally scheduled meeting, and then the special meeting that we had then on the 26th. You would see the minutes there attached in your packet. Do I hear a motion on any of the minutes?
I motion.
On the 10th? Okay.
I make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, on the minutes from February the 26th.
A motion.
All
Move to
right,
accept.
all in favor? Aye. Now we can move down to Ms. Ray.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have the VR 001 report that I'd like to pass down. There were a total of 194 moved. These are voters that moved within Madison. So I'd like to pass that down there.
You can just hold it.
I have also, on the municipal election with Canton, we still don't have any news on that, other than there is a hearing that is taking place today. Maybe we'll have some more information there by the end of the day. The special judge is hearing that today, so it is taking place today. Also, Michael Watson, Secretary Watson's office has sent a MOU to my office, and it has to be approved. It's a grant. It has to be approved by the commission, by the election commission, and by the circuit clerk. It is a grant that it's a grant that's going to be provided. It has to do with the Homeland Security. They're going to be updating SIMs, and it's in the amount of, well, one is going to be in the amount of $215,117, and then there's the other one is, it's a total of, and then the other one is $100,000, so it's a total of $315,117. So I think, Ms. Truesdale, I provided that to you.
Did you give that to Spence?
Give that to Spence. Okay.
I have looked at it, and I think it would be a great thing with grant money. Whenever we entertain a motion, I would do it with the caveat that Spence has a chance to preview it, and then he would give us the go-ahead. But I think from what I've read of it, excuse me, I think it's going to be a win-win, because it's going to be updating security with our statewide election management, and it's grant money that would be given to the county to use. And so I think it would, since we're one of the larger counties here, I think it would be excellent information that we can, take advantage of. And so I would like to entertain a motion for the president to sign such document at the discretion of the commission.
So moved.
Second. Who moved? I couldn't hear. Who moved?
I moved and
and-
Dan seconded.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and then based on what our attorney tells us, then I'll get that signed for you, I feel like.
Okay. But that's all that I have, unless you have any questions for me.
Okay. We may come back to it when either we get to our attorney's comments or whatever, we may have some more direction. Let's move on down to purges for the period February the 3rd through March the 2nd. District 1,
35.
District 2,
26.
District 3, 28, District 4,
26.
District 5.
34.
Do I hear a motion for these purges to be approved?
So move.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Also, there's a list for the same date frame for inactives. We've been processing all the cards that we had received from the Secretary of State's mail out that we were given as a tool, as a trigger. And so District 1,
203.
District 2,
54.
District 3, 121, District 4,
102.
District 5.
21.
Okay, is there a motion?
I motioned.
Moved.
Okay, second by Leroy, is that good? I heard Helen first. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, we're down to old business, and I put this on here just for us to make sure there were nothing left that we needed to discuss. We do not have any municipal contracts that I'm aware of. Spence?
That's right. Would you like me to talk about Canton now? Okay. It's, as the clerk said, nothing new since our meeting, just 10 days ago or 11 days ago. The big thing right now is the court. I guess they're meeting in court right now to resolve who's the real Democratic Party, who should be on the ballot, all the things that a judge will determine that really aren't before y'all. But it does matter because coming out of that, then y'all have offered to, assist the city of Canton like you have before with Canton and you do with other cities of, recommending poll workers and advising and training. So the result of that hearing, I'll follow up with you on who to interface with for the Democrat Party. But the ordinance to abolish the Canton Municipal Election Commission, that's being published, and it would go into effect April 1st. I guess one new thing since we met, the Board of Supervisors asked Attorney Mike Espy to do a request an Attorney General's opinion about some details, other options too, just explore everything since it's a relatively new statute and responsibility. So I'll forward you that AG's opinion request, and as soon as I get it, I'll get it back to you. As we sit here today, I don't think it impacts. I think you should, plan to, for the municipal election in June, but we're not there yet. We'll get that AG's opinion. The agreement needs to be done with the county. The publications need to happen. A lot of steps need to happen. There's nothing before you now, and you're not authorized really to do anything, but just have that June general election in the back of your mind, and probably by the next meeting there'll be more certainty there. So anyway, that's kind of my update on Canton.
Can we just restate that the other cities do not have anything for the primary? Is that correct?
That's right. Let's see. Madison doesn't have a primary, does it? Ridgeland doesn't.
Right.
Madison has a primary for alderman at large.
Oh, that's right. And you're, and
They don't need
they don't
any
need it or
assistance.
help. Yeah. And so, and then I know Flora is not.
They're not
They don't do
having any.
primaries. So, but they are doing a general, and Commissioner Dickinson's helping there. So, we're on standby always to help anybody that asks for help, you know, informally and to the extent we can. So I'm glad you clarified that.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
I want to clarify, Flora is not going to have an election. There was no opposition.
Oh, that's right. I can't keep up with so there's no election at all in Florida. Everybody's, okay.
They're filing with the state,
Okay.
the appropriate papers.
Okay. We have attached in your your packet here, the permanent absentee list for 2, 4, and 5, so that Ms. Ray can have the list of who we have changed I don't think there were any changes, but we have previewed those lists. So now you have all 5.
Okay.
Okay, new business. I put this on, it was one of my permanent absentee voters who has passed away. And so I would like to make a motion that we purge her from our permanent absentee list. And her name is Patricia LaPlante. Is there a second?
I second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, who seconded it?
You.
Okay.
Okay, is there any other new business that we've not brought forward yet? Okay. This is not actually new business, but it's just kind of an information. I put on your desk, all the commissioners, a list of precinct changes that I've been, and I see a typo on the first line, but since 1992, as they would happen, I tried to write them down. I'm not guaranteeing that it's all 100%, but it might help us if we would be able to, at some point, look at the contracts that Ms. Ray has, that would help us with the dates on these things that have happened. And if you'll give this one to her, Helen, so she can see what I'm talking about. I had tried to kind of just keep up with the different precinct numbers and things that had happened, like they would change names or they would change location, they'd be merged together. And I gave them to 4 and 5, which I don't have any data on because there was very little movement in those precincts. That I think it would be a good idea for each commissioner to keep up with their district so that we would have a permanent history that we could kind of pass along to, keep us aware of what's happening. Because if we get a request for something that happened 10 years ago, it's kind of hard to remember all the details. And so I just think it would help us. So I furnished each of y'all a copy of that you might use to incorporate with it.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
you look up Velma Jackson and Luther Brownson, because they was moved in 2000 and something, 5, 6, or 7.
Did you say Velma Jackson and
moved
which
to
one, which
Camden.
other one?
Velma Jackson was moved to Camden Community Center, and Luther Brownson was moved to Farm Haven Fire Department.
Okay.
In 2000 something, I don't remember what the year it was.
And
I don't remember the year I'd moved it, but it was moved.
Okay.
He said they were moved. He just needs to
It's
get the dates.
517 and 523.
Okay.
And if
That
you
helps
get
better.
information like that, if you'll furnish it then to me, I'll try to keep a combined listing of all of us. But I just think it would help us all as we try to retrace history if we had this information.
Okay.
Madam
You
Chairman,
might want to check all of them, Ms. Ray, because there was some schools, they put us out of the schools, so.
Exactly.
I
Smith
think one
School
was
is
in
now
Florida.
Franklin
I think one
Baptist.
in
That's
Florida was put
416.
out as well.
Okay. I've got a drawer upstairs that has a lot of history in it that I can go through and.
I'm not trying to give you an extra task. My idea was that we could come over and look.
Sure, you're not.
No, my idea was that we could come over and look through it ourselves.
Sure.
And, you could just direct us to the paperwork and then we could get the information we need out of it so that we could, update our list.
Okay.
So,
Madam Chairman,
yes.
I'd like to add something to new business.
Okay.
As we got a brochure from Election Center, the 36th Annual National Conference. It's to be held August the 21st through the 25th in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I would like to see I think all the commissioners, all of us would like to attend this. As far as we know, they're not taking reservations yet, but I would like to know that who would like to attend, so I can put that on a list, so when they do accept reservations, we can go ahead and send in our reservation, and plus we need to get it approved through the Board of Supervisors.
I'd love to,
What were those dates again?
August the 21st through the 25th.
Right.
well, I'd love to go. I'd put my name on there.
Okay.
Put me down.
You can put me down.
Ms.
Okay.
Helen, we always get it approved for all five regardless.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Then whoever decides to go can go.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that doesn't require any vote or anything. I'm happy to report that Helen has found the signed copy of our contract with Election Systems and Software that's been signed by the board president and by the ES&S representative. And so we do now have that in our file. Now down to our attorney.
Sure. I covered Canton. It's kind of nice to have a quick, boring meeting, isn't it? So I don't have a long list here. There's a couple other items. You know, Canton was an intense, lot of work over the last month, so I focused on that. But I have other issues that I'm working for y'all on, and that went on the back burner over the last few weeks, but now they're on the front burner. You know, one of them is St. Joe Church. You know,
was gonna
Commissioner
ask you
Payne.
about
So
that.
that's gonna. We'll revisit that. And there's always public records requests coming in, and I understand there's a couple more today. So that's a thing I'll address. And then the legislature wraps up this month. I know Commissioner Lacey's with ECAM is covering that. And, you know, as they adjourn, we'll see. You never know till the end what bills are going to get out or what they're going to look like, but we'll be on top of that and report to you. So I don't know if you had any other questions for me. I'll get back to you on the MOU. I'm sure. I just kind of scanned it. It looked fine and like a good opportunity. So,
Right.
Okay, I'll pass my bill out now. Most of this is City of Canton research and meetings and phone calls and texts and emails
Thanks, Spence.
over the last month. I'm hoping my next month bill won't be as lengthy.
I'd like to make the motion that we approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, we're now down to comments from the commissioners. District 1,
No, ma'am.
okay, District 2,
I don't have anything.
District 3, I'm the same. We've kind of covered everything we had on the agenda. 4,
Well, I will comment that our chairwoman is going on medical leave for a little while. We wish her the best of health and best luck. You know, you've been a tremendous resource to all of us. Second thing, a lot of our voters are getting back to us. We're doing a lot of work to clean up and make accurate our rolls. A lot of people are responding with their new addresses, and it's much appreciated.
Bob,
Only comments, I thank all of y'all trying to wait and see what's going to happen with our training, but I think we have it in line there. We're going to go ahead with March the 29th and with the first one, and then we've got approved to deal with June the 28th as well. So I advise all of us to get involved at June 28th because I'm not so sure whether there'll be any other training beyond that. We're hoping to get everybody trained within those 2 sessions. That's what we are hoping.
will it be down at the same location?
Same location. It's
Okay.
going to be at the Biloxi at IP.
And how many days is that?
I want to say, Ms. Lauren, I'm thinking we're trying to stay in the same context as 4 because we're trying to spread out and keep social distance way. So the first one is 4, and the second one should be the same way, same place. So we're hoping that everything gets pulled off now.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate your hard work with it and trying to coordinate all that. Are there any other items of business that we've not addressed? Well, then, we will adjourn until April the 14th for our next regularly scheduled meeting.
So move.
So moved.
Let me add one thing. When you said April 14th, that triggered a memory. The Mississippi Supreme Court has